4 viewers now. Let's wait for more people to come in. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Beverly. How are you, darling? Get some more people in. So you guys should well and truly know by now that tonight is not about readings. It is about mentoring. So if anybody has any questions, now is the time to ask. Okay, so I've got my mediumship training deck here for you guys. If you have any questions, I hope you guys have done some homework or done something since we've spoken last. But I'd like to just hear how everyone's week's been first. Or weekend. It's only Tuesday. Alison Turner loved and shared. Thank you, darling. Hello, Vicky, Beverly, Alison. Thank you. How has everybody been? So tonight will be, I think next week we're going to start doing the Zooms so that you guys can interact with me over, face to face instead of just with typing. So it'll be a lot more effective, I think. But yeah, so that's just pretty much what's going to be happening. So I'm Bree. I'm based in Western Sydney. I'm a mentor in psychic development and spiritual awakening, which is what tonight's all about. I'm also a psychic medium, evidential and energy psychic medium. I do. I'll be doing international radio very soon, which will be good. I'll be starting that in a couple of weeks, so that'll be exciting. Can't wait to do that. So that'll be a live show, and it will also be on actual radio. So keen as a bean for that one. Other than dealing with my real estate from hell, that's pretty much, yeah. But my mentoring, I do offer one-on-ones, and I do offer, support and guidance here as well. I'm also a psychic counselor. This is not an area where anyone will ever I will never tolerate anyone being nasty, vindictive, spiteful, malice, or malicious, or anything like that. It's all a peaceful, loving place. So I've got some viewers. Let's get some comments going. How has everybody been? Let me know where you're from, what part of the world you're in. Just going to check my other page. Give me 2 seconds. All right. So I'm streaming across YouTube and Facebook. So I'm going to be getting my LinkedIn page, which will be pretty good. So are you guys commenting? Because I'm not too sure if... Yeah, I've got a few comments, as I said. But we'll wait for more comments to come in. Let me know what's been happening. How's your week been? Let me know where you're from. 2 seconds. Oh. Okay. So, Susie Jones, good evening, beautiful lady. Hello, how are you? How's everything been going? It was a beautiful day today. I was going to actually get out there and mow the lawns again, and it just completely started to rain out of nowhere. So I've got some mediumship cards to pull for you guys. So these aren't actually tarot cards, okay? These are basically, so what I do is I shuffle them. They're like a reading, but they actually will indicate areas or gifts where you're starting to flourish and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, Alison Turner, you're in Cranebrook, just up the road. Wow. Small world, small world. Small world. It sucks when it starts to kiss down with rain because those are all the areas that get flooded. So it can be pretty bad, especially around here. All right, so how have you been, Beverly? What's happening with you? How are you, Vicky? Wait for some more people to come in. Make sure you share. If you do Zoom, can we still comment by text? Yes, you can, but you'll be able to communicate with me like video, likewise, if that makes sense. Okay, so I've got a big one here. What do you think about a miscarriage of a child? Does some does that same soul try again? So for me, number 4 and number 5, would number 6 viable pregnancy be her finally coming through? I think maybe this is the case, but maybe their lesson for us is to experience that pain. Okay. One thing I did learn with, pregnancies is there's always a chance for the avatar, which is what we're in, which is our avatar, to bail, to, abort mission, so to speak. Terrible choice of words, but it's the best way that I can describe it, right? So when we're pregnant, the times that we're moving is when our higher self is actually communicating with the little avatar in our bodies. Our avatar, or that little avatar, still has the opportunity to bail, or just it is there for a lesson to learn with you, as you do suspect. I do believe that if they're meant to come through, then they will. I do believe that would be the case with you. If it's not with your child directly, it will definitely be with a child in your life. Does that make sense? I hope that helps. Okay, so Vicky Thrift. Has anybody been working on their abilities, or anybody been working on anything since we've been, coming up here and doing these lives? All right, Vicky. There are a lot of big description on the back of these, but I'm not going to read them all out to you. The first one you've got here is getting grounded. Okay. In saying that with you, Vicky, I do feel that there is a lot of jitteriness around you. You almost get very nervous, and when you go out and do something, your anxiety is like, you got to just ground yourself. Go out, don't wear shoes, and literally just feel the earth and underneath your feet. You'll be surprised how much it'll help settle you down. Meditation is also a really good thing. I don't always meditate. I haven't actually meditated in a very long time. But yeah, so I do know that when I have used when I have used the meditation technique, it has worked. But yeah, so I'll move on from that one. I hope that helped. Susie, you've ordered these cards, just waiting for them to arrive. I've only used these, as I said, for training purposes. So yeah, they are very, very good. I haven't gone through all of them. And it's funny because if you're a medium, you'll find that everything that you find in these cards is actually what you do. So, all right. So Christian Wilson, I'm thinking about getting my own tarot deck, but want it to be a tarot oracle angel card mixed with my cloud photos. That's creative, and that's awesome. Be creative. You can create anything that you want with your decks, anything that you want, and it's fantastic because that's also your way of contributing for people to be able to tap into their divine selves. So create your own deck. 100%. Like there's so many different types. There's angel tarot cards. There's angel divination cards. There's mediumship cards. There's heaps of different types that you can use. So go for it. If you've got good illustration. If you want it to be challenging, don't use a lot of illustration. It encourages people to really use their feelings on the card. So, yeah, that would be really good. Alison Turner. I missed your first few lives, sorry, Brie. I'm really intrigued, but love to learn more. I'm told that I'm very intuitive, but I'm totally confused. I was told that I was an empath. What do I do with that? Well, you can do whatever you want with it. I don't, people go off what they're being told. It's a lot about what they should feel. No one's ever told me that I'm an evidential psychic medium and a universal healer. I came up with that myself because that was what I know that I can do. So I believe that that you're intuitive. When it comes to empathy, it's a lot of the time you need to observe and not absorb. So if someone's going through something, observe they're upset. Feel the emotional grief that they're going through, but allow yourself to sit back and allow the emotions to not come to you as your own. That's something that's also really important. What are you confused about? Give me some specific quotas on that one. I'll come back to you, Alison. Beverly, I have felt a lot of people around me lately that are not humanly there. That's normal because what's happening, I'll finish reading the comment in a minute, but what's happening is the veil's getting very thin. Also a lot of dreams. Weirdly can feel them pulling at me about 5 p.m. to go to bed early to dream. That's not you technically going to bed early to dream. That's your soul making you go to bed because you've got work to do up in the cosmos. You astral project. And I feel that in saying that, it's quite fascinating. I've been having a lot of weird dreams too, and I've been seeing a lot of, I swear there's portals in my house. I've been seeing a lot of spirits, hearing a lot of spirits, and it's quite normal because the veil's quite thin. And not only just for a medium, but the veil being very thin, you do see a lot of things, you hear a lot of things, you sense a lot of things, and it can be very full on. It can be very full on, okay? Gavin Judge, hey, Brew. Brie, not brew. Not fitting because I don't drink. But hello. Skylight, hello, how are you? I'm good. Can't complain. Can't complain. I can't wait for this month to be over and done with. Let me tell you, it has been a shit fight and a half, but I'm getting there. I'm resilient. I'm tough. And I'm getting there. Oh, God. All right. Thanks, Bree. So Vicky Thrift, thanks, Bree. Exactly right. I suffer with anxiety. Don't know what to do with my life. So many things I want to, but don't. And it's going to continue to be that way until you actually say or do something about it. I'm sorry to say, but it's going to be that way until you do something about it. You have to get out there and actually put plan into action, put pen to paper. You have to put pen to paper. You know, like I've seen or heard a lot of people with these amazing ideas, these phenomenal ideas, and people just don't go ahead with it because what, they're scared of failing. You know, fail is first attempt. Wait, hang on. First attempt at, yeah. First attempt at learn. I don't know. But fail means, you know, you just get up and try again. First, I want to try and figure out what that means. Or that was false evidence appearing real. That's fear. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's fear. So false evidence appearing real. Don't be scared. Go for it. And I know what anxiety is like. You just need to ground yourself and ask yourself, why the hell am I anxious? You know, there's a grounding technique that I use, and it's if you're having an anxiety attack or you're feeling anxious, try and look around and label 5 things that you can see, you can touch, you can smell, all that kind of stuff. Actually touch things like, you know, you can feel the lamp, you can feel the Xbox, you can see the lounge, you know what I mean? It does bring you back down to reality a lot. Okay. Someone that suffers from chronic anxiety. All right. So yeah, no, it's not easy to get anxiety under control. 100% it's not. I understand. And it impacts your entire life. Like, you know, people think that you're being rude because you're cancelling on plans. When you're not being rude, your anxiety gets the worst of you and the better of you. I remember when I was about to start the Easter show and I rang my friend up crying just because I didn't want to do it. I was so nervous and I made a killing. I did really, really well. So, you know, just because you're anxious, your head will play up these crazy ideas and, you know, concoct all these crazy ideas in your head that actually aren't going to play out at all. So, you know. Andy Wilson, hello. How are you? Katie Louise Hollis, hey, lovely. How are you, darling? Just answered that one. Alison, I was told it's about how to protect my energy. If I do that, how am I going to feel what the person is going through? To protect your energy, it just basically means, like, if you have to, like, white light yourself. I don't actually really do that. I mean, if you have the strong mindset to tap in and tap out and be empathic, it doesn't, you know, if you feel you're under psychic attacks, then that's likely the case. Do you know what I mean? You've got to be mentally strong. You can be there for them. You can still empathize with them, but protecting your energy is not the same as letting them unload their energy onto you and their emotions onto you, okay? So I hope that helps. I really do. And Beverly, yes, anxiety straight out sucks. You're not wrong there, girlfriend. Not wrong there. Back Nesbitt. Hello, lovely. One of my best mates passed away suddenly last year. Oh, which devastated me as there was no closure. However, I dreamt of her a couple of weeks ago, but it was literally like she was right in front of me. And I really do think she was there. It's because she was. She was warning me about a situation in September, which has freaked me out a little. My question is, how do I work on communicating more with the spirits around me? I constantly feel them, but not sure how to let them. What I can tell you is don't use an Ouija board. You don't need one. You've got a little bit of a mediumistic ability there, Beck, which is cool. Okay, so basically, when you get information, the best thing I can recommend is when you hear it in your mind. So telepathy is the same as, well, in my opinion, telepathy is the same as communicating with these spirits. Okay, it's nonverbal communication. Anything that you feel or that you hear and you feel it in your gut and you hear it in your mind, then you know that it's them. Anything that you, like with their perfume, I feel like she had perfume, or this person hadn't yet had perfume. They were there in your dreams. Sleep is like death's cousin. Okay, it is the same level of consciousness that actually exists after death. Okay, so she was there, 100%. Okay, don't be freaked out. Just be prepared. And I feel like that's a financial thing she might have been warning you about. Okay, so pay attention to her. Okay, so she did have perfume. Okay, pay attention to the perfume that she's been, you know, spraying around the house, so to speak. She is there. Okay, and she had a pair of earrings too. Okay, anything that you see that reminds you of her, that's her. Okay, and being able to communicate with her if you grieve properly, the messages will come through a lot quicker and a lot clearer. Okay. All right. So I did suffer from bad anxiety, Alison Turner, and it stopped me from moving forward. I get scared of the unknown. I understand that. I do. But the unknown is the best that can happen to us sometimes. Honest to God, it is. Like, scared of the unknown. Surely it's got to be better than the situation you're in now, right? Don't be scared of the unknown. I know it's hard and it's a lot easier said than done, but you just need to look forward to the possibilities and the opportunities that are going to be presented to you. Okay. What have we got here? Andy. Given that we've just entered Virgo season, I felt a huge shift. I hear you, girlfriend. I feel as if I may be coming into more areas of my gifts. That's fantastic. My question would be, any advice on remaining open to change and not letting anxiety or emotion become a hurdle? Trust your higher self. Trust your higher self. That is the best thing that I can recommend, is trusting your higher self. When things start to happen with your abilities that you don't, that things haven't happened before and they start happening all of a sudden, or if you start going up and you start seeing UFOs and hearing messages from, the beings up there, it is the case. And I do feel like that's the case with you too, Andy. You've just got to trust your higher self. Your higher self will never put anything in front of you that you cannot handle. Okay, I promise you. The reason why you're coming into these, abilities is because you're ready. Okay, don't be nervous. Okay. Beck Nesbitt. Yes, I only saw a pair of earrings of hers yesterday. Okay, oh my God, I'm so glad to know it was her communicating with me. There you go. So yeah, whenever it comes to things like that, keep all of your abilities open. Whenever you've got silence in your mind and your heart, that's when the messages will be very clear. Okay, what have we got here? Wendy Merce Martin. Brie, I knew my mum before she passed. I was told as a child I smelled her perfume when I woke up in my room. Truly, since then, I believe, trust your instincts. 100%. And the clairvoyant and Gustian gifts are usually not the first ones to come through. It's usually the clairvoyance, the clairaudience, and all that kind of stuff. So I know I've been trying to allow myself to grieve. I just never got to say goodbye. Look, if you want me to connect with her in a private one-on-one, because I do private one-on-ones, I can, and they can give you the closure. I'm a channeler, so I'll be able to. What I do is I allow these spirits to use my body as a vessel, so to speak. So if you'd like me to organize that with you, I can. But it's hard, and that you've been put in this situation because you can handle it. You're resilient, you're strong, and you do have what it takes to be able to get through this. And she's always there. When water changes to steam, it's not actually going anywhere. It's just changing its form. Okay, so I hope this helps. You're amazing. I'll definitely do this. Good. Well, I look forward to hearing from you, sweet girl. Okay, don't feel that she's not there. She is. It's like, hello. She's definitely there. Andy Wilson, thank you so much. I do feel confident in who I'm becoming. Good, and as you should. Just a small bit of a reassurance is much appreciated. Just go with it. Go with it. Your higher self is going to always look after you. I promise you. Okay? But I hope this helps. All right. So, Alison Turner, I was told that the spirit can make you go deaf. No, that's not true. But is this normal? Is it a part of gifts opening up? Are you talking about the ear ringing, like the ringing in your ears? That's spirit will never make you go deaf. If you go deaf, it's because you've got a medical condition or you've blown your eardrums, listening to music too loud, or going to a concert right next to the speakers. Yeah. So it's not you going deaf. It's not them making you go deaf. It's if you're talking about the ringing in your ears, that's you getting spiritual downloads and your gifts are actually being fine-tuned. Okay. Alison, grief has not got an answer. Yes. Lovely. Pain is hard. Nobody can take that pain and sit and talk to her. Yes, that's exactly right. That's the best advice ever. And you know what? Honor your feelings. Honor your feelings. It's the best thing I can recommend. Okay, so your ears are ringing all the time. That means your abilities are heightening. You're being fine-tuned. They're being tweaked. You're gaining messages. Your DNA is upgrading. Make sure you spend lots of time in the sun. Because you spend lots of time in the sun, your DNA will actually... it'll upgrade. There's a lot of good things about being in the sun too. With your ears ringing, when I started to spiritually awaken, it would happen constantly. It would be, and I'll be sitting there going, what the hell? But no, it's literally the fact that you're getting a spiritual download. And there's nothing wrong with my hearing, let me tell you. So it's not a condition that, I had. So I don't think it's the same with you. But yeah, another thing I wanted to go back to here, grief doesn't go away or get easier. You just learn to live with it. Excuse my speaker turning off. All right, Andy Wilson. I'm having this happen with my hearing as well. My hearing has been slipping. Almost seems like a deafening quite out of nowhere. But then it's almost like they disconnect, and then or one speaker disconnects temporarily and then connects back up again. That's literally a spiritual download as well, because it's your clear senses. As I said, being fine tuned. All right, so. Yes, it doesn't stop, actually. I thought nothing's wrong with your ears. Unless you're actually losing your hearing yourself and you know that you're going deaf, then get your hearing checked, but it's not that. We got here. Alison Turner. I get high-pitched noises sometimes in either ears, but not at the same time. There's a reason for that, and the reason because it would be quite deafening if it was in both at the same time. I have never ever experienced it being in both ears at the same time. It's just always been mostly in this ear, but I do get them in both. All right, so yes, Amy, hello, beautiful. Hello, darling. How are you going? Hope you're doing well. So tonight we're doing mentoring, as I said before. Okay, Christian. How do you respond to your ear ringing? My left ear always rings but stops sometimes when the right ear tunes up in certain situations. So pay attention to what's going on around you in those certain situations. So the ear ringing, it can be quite annoying. I just let it go. I just let it do its thing. I don't really pay attention to what ear it's happening in, but it's usually my right ear. So just let it happen. It won't last forever. It's always my right ear. Yeah, it's my right ear as well. Dean Newton, B, my clairvoyance is developing. Good stuff. Happy to hear that. In the past weeks, I've started seeing strange objects. One was very bright, spinning light on the wall last week, and a red object was something. So this would be a galactic thing. So I swear to God that I saw, just because I was talking about this the other day, last week when I was on the live, but I was driving and I swear that there was a school sign and there was like this person on a board that was hovering, and then all of a sudden it just disappeared. It just went gone. What you're seeing are, actual intergalactic things. I do believe that what I saw was very much that as well. So, and because you're a starseed yourself, you'll be seeing more and more of that because it's your family trying to connect with you as well. Wendy, good to see and hear you again, Bree. Glad I sat with you. Have to go. Take it easy, darling. God bless. All right, so I think next week we're actually going to start doing the groups in the video chats so that you guys can communicate back with me, because I'd love to hear about how you guys are going and what's been happening. $23 minutes. So you guys would prefer it to be on a video chat? I'll have to be able to see who you are, and you'll be able to, speak up, let me know what you're going through, because then we can actually go on to classes. I actually want to start doing classes, like with intuitively teaching you guys how to read tarot cards. If that's what you want to learn, you let me know what you want to learn. The group thing sounds pretty awesome. Yeah, I think next week I'm actually going to start doing that, 100%. It'll be a lot better for you guys as well, so I can get your feedback. So if we don't get many more comments, I think I might jump off. I was just thinking about that group thing the other day that you just answered it. Absolutely love it. Well, there you go. All right, cool. So do any of you guys have a Zoom account? How many of you guys have a Zoom account? Because what I can do is I can actually create a Zoom group, and we can actually do it like that. Beck Nesbitt, my 10-year-old daughter also shows signs of seeing shadows and figures. She also knows a lot more than she should at times. How am I meant to help her with this? She is very open and it doesn't scare her much either. Good. She's a powerful girl then. So basically the shadows and the figures are basically shadow people. And if she does get scared of them, then it's basically exactly what they're trying to do. She's one of the light workers here, helping to bring the vibration of the planet and going up. and raising the vibration there. The reason why she's seeing these shadows and figures is to try and scare her out of being that light worker. It happened to me, and it happens to a lot of light workers, especially young light workers. So I hope this helps. Be there to support her. Listen to what she has to say. And if she's not scared, fantastic, because then the fear is not going to allow her to tune out. If she's going to tap into these abilities, fantastic. That's really, really good stuff. It's really good stuff. Okay, so Vicky, Andy, Dean, and Susie all have Zoom. Fantastic. All right, so there was one shadow in my old bedroom that scared her, but then told it to leave. And good, if you tell it to leave, it will leave. If you've got sage, like proper sage, make sure you open the windows, go from corner to corner, and then just say go. You can ask it to leave, 100%. So she's doing well. You guys are doing well there. You've done the right things. All right, do not give lower vibrational entities the opportunity to rent space in your head. It's the worst thing that you can do. Just tune it out and ignore it. I always hear footsteps in my house all the time. As soon as I go to bed, I'll hear footsteps. It's ridiculous. And then if I put salt at one of the doors, it won't walk around the house at night. And then I'll forget that it's there, vacuum up the salt, and then it'll be free to run the house like it wants to. So, yeah. Yeah, positive thoughts no matter what. Having a high vibration is not exhausting. It is a very good thing because it protects you from anything that's bad. If you've got that, that's why I never have any issues, because I'm always so high vibrational. So, if you're around someone that's low vibrational, they're going to get the shits with you, aren't they? They're not going to want to be around you. So it's kind of like a negative energy deterrent. It's a good way to put it. I'm knackered. Good night, gorgeous. Good night, sweetheart. Sleep well. I love that your 10-year-old is open to owning her gifts. It's fantastic. Yeah, 100%. She's definitely one of the newer waves of the light workers. So I think it's, that there was I don't know who we talked about. I think Dolores, someone. But yeah, they were talking about 3 waves of light workers. She's definitely one of the newer ones, 100%. So she'll be one of the teachers, definitely. So don't be surprised if she starts intuitively having all this information. You don't know where the hell it's coming from. All right. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to head off. It's been half an hour, and I'm going to organize a Zoom. Make sure that you download Zoom so that we can do the Zoom thing. And then that way I can actually interact with all of you and meet you all. That'll be really cool. Don't you reckon? Tomorrow night, I will be back for readings. Beck Nesbitt, she's been so amazing. Just knows too much. And she can tell me things I did with her as a baby. That's fantastic. That's really cool. That's amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thanks, love. I'm excited for Zoom. I am too. So I'm actually going to put the Zoom link in the event for next week, okay? And that way you can come in. It won't be like this. It'll be a private Zoom meeting. So, or we can do Skype. Either way, whatever works for you guys. But I'm very excited for next week, guys. I'm going to love you and leave you. See ya.